Okay, this is my latest project. This is a roller, and this end here, you see I just machined that, and it's going to take the stub here, if I get it in the focus. I'm holding, trying to hold the camera and do everything at the same time. This will fit in there, it'll be pressed in. I've just got to machine this end now, and I'll be dropping that down to wherever I can get the thing in there. I'll fit the sprocket. I'll also bore the sprocket out, and it'll fit on the end there. And I have two of those, and they're the drive for a pair of sheet metal roller I'm making. So there's three of these rollers. There'll be two on the bottom and one on the top, and I'll keep you posted as we go. This is the stub that we're making in the lathe, and I'll start down here with this dimension, the 43mm dimension. That's the one that actually goes inside the tubing. This one here is the 20mm. That's in the plate, and that will actually run on a bronze bush. This one here is for the sprocket. You notice that's in imperial, and this one here is just reduced slightly and squared off for the handle. Now coming across to here, as you saw on the other one, I've dimensioned in imperial and also metric. I have reasons for doing this. I try and explain them. All measurements that are done with a rule or tape, I always do in metric. It's far easier, it makes far more sense. If I'm going to use the lathe, I will rough it down in metric, and then I'll finish off finally the last 30th thou will come off in imperial. The reason for that is twofold. Firstly, when I did an apprenticeship, it was all imperial. So I had all my mics, etc., and measuring equipment. Then a few years later, when I was a tradesman, the government decided we're going to go isometric. And I was faced with the choice of buying all my micrometers and everything again. I thought, no way in the world. I'll just carry on using and I convert. These days, it's simple enough to convert. I do it all the time. As a result, now I'll dimension something like this. I'll dimension it in imperial and metric. For those of you who aren't very used to metric, let me tell you, measuring with a tape or a rule in metric is a piece of cake. It is brilliant. Forget centimeters, decameters and all that crap. You have millimeters and meters. That's all you need. If a thing is 3,000 millimeters long, it's 3 meters. It's a piece of cake. It's so much easier. So there we go. Now that's right, back to the micrometers. Yes. I've got that in another video, which I'll splice onto this one. Okay, now to explain another reason why I use the imperial more than metric. These are two mics here. This one here, metric, 0 to 25. This one here, imperial, 0 to 1. Now, the thimble on this one has, if I'll turn it around, you get there, it has 50 divisions. Okay, this one has 25, but the thimbles are virtually the same size. Now, this one here, the top line is millimeters. The bottom line is half millimeters. So every time this turns around 50 divisions, it measures 1/2 millimeter. So a millimeter is divided into 100 parts. Gee, that was tough, wasn't it? Now, as I said, these two are the same size, but the divisions, these ones are half of that one. Now I'm 72 years old. Guess which one I find the easiest to read? Yeah? That one is a pain in the butt, I promise you. I have to wear reading glasses to read it, and frequently I can't find my reading glasses. I left them somewhere else. I've even been known to take a magnifying glass to read the damn thing. Whereas this one, being that much wider, the division's that much wider, I can read it without the reading glasses. So obviously, that's a big plus to me. And the reason why I do, sometimes I have to use the 0 to 25, but very rarely do I need to. I mean, it spends months in its box at a time without even being touched. I just convert most of the ready, 20mm is 0.787, 16mm is 0.629, and so forth and so forth. after a while it becomes second nature to you. Okay, I'm just setting this up to do the next piece, which is we're going to machine this down to 20 mil. And some of you might not see this. I always set up using a scribing block. I put a piece of paper under it so I can peer straight down from the top, and you can see the gap. And I split the difference, split the difference, split the difference, flip it around. And you can usually, if your eyesight's pretty good and you take care, you can get within 2 or 3 thou. Young guy with perfect eyesight, but most likely do better than that. But I'll just stop this and change the. So I'm filming this with an iPad. I'll change over and put the dial gauge on it, and we'll see how much I was out. Okay, bear with me a minute. Okay, I've swapped the scribing block for the dial gauge, and we'll just give it a see how much I'm out. Okay, coming down around about 4.5. What's that? 5 thou? Yeah, no, 4.5. So I'm 4.5 thou out for a blind. I'll get just using a point. So imagine someone who's got really good eyesight, and you can pick the contrast up between the paper and the pin, and you'll get that pretty good. Anyway, I'll just adjust that back to 0 and we'll take it from there. Okay, I'm set up to start cutting this. You see I'm using high-speed steel. I actually really enjoy high-speed steel. I like grinding it and putting the shape in myself. Then I enjoy using it. Nothing against inserts, I use them all the time. But inserts cost about 12 bucks each. This bit of high-speed steel cost me $60. It's going to last.
No, it
forever.
didn't. This cost $6.
My son can look after the disposal of it after I stash it. So it's just a matter of economics, and I enjoy it. And time, I've got time, plenty of time. I'm retired. So I'll get the thing going and I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm taking a light cut now. It's only 30 thou. This is going to leave a shoulder, but that's all right. I'll just clean that up with an insert later and square it off. But for the time being, it's going to take it off. Absolutely no strain on the lathe whatsoever. And as I say, I enjoy it.
But it didn't take me long to get bored with that. I bumped it up to 2 mil depth cut.
I can't see from here, and it doesn't look too bad. One disadvantage of it is you have to keep the cutting fluid on, otherwise the wear becomes a bit of a pest, and you've got to touch it up more frequently. But keeping this on it, I'll be able to I'll be able to whittle this down, all of it. I won't have to touch the edge up at all. I'll get a heck of a lot more use out of it. Anyway, I'll get back to you.